MK Ultra podcast starts right now.
Let's both clap. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're in sync. Yeah. We're the voices are in sync, duh. Hello, Marco.
That's your opening. That's how you record.
No, no.
Did you hit record?
Yes, it's recording right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you said you were recording the sound and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I had to hit record and then we had to do a clap. So, because we're recording cameras as well too.
And you left out the fact that you were going to start recording.
Joe Rogan just hits whenever.
And I bet Jamie tells him they're going to record. Anyway, welcome everybody to the first MK Ultra podcast. My name is Marco.
I'm Kevin.
And this is an open form, just free form, conversation-based podcast that Kevin geniusly decided to make up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you may want some water there.
We figured that we have such a good time hanging out every other day, talking about useless nonsense and very good information that the daily public could use. So Kevin had the great idea of putting together a podcast, which I support totally, and he's put together most of it, and I'm really proud of him. So thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. The story behind that is just crazy. I went to Guitar Center in Aurora for all this stuff. And I couldn't even have a chance to have my own opinion on stuff. My dad was there, and he's like, "You need this, you need that, you need this." Like, what? Okay, I'll take it.
To be fair, your dad probably researched every single successful podcast gear about down to which microphone they use, to which audio interface, to what editing they use. So I can see you not.
Well, just you need an audio interface. I would get one, and I would learn. He's like, you need this $900 interface that doesn't even work on freaking a Thunderbolt 2 here, a Thunderbolt 2 Mac, and so he bought off me.
Sounds like Daddy pulled some covert operation on you. I think he wanted it for himself.
Yeah, I feel like he wanted to really bad, but it's all right. He still rubs the stuff in my face like I can do this and that. It's like, I don't care. Go have fun.
Yeah, well, before I told you, I think I told you right away that you can just get the Scarlet, whatever that little red box is, that pretty much every...
Oh yeah, they did say here is that, and I was gonna go for that. That was $150.
Exactly. Yeah.
For two.
Yeah.
For 2 imports. If I want to do 4, I think it would have been maybe $300. And I was gonna go with that, but he's like, this right here.
The Apollo.
No, yeah. I'm like, the Apollo. I don't even know what it's called because I haven't used it once.
Which is that line's the most brand new interface that
and it's like the god of interfaces.
It's the most complicated interface looking too. Jeez, it looks like the button to send the big ones out.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just really don't know what to say about that.
I thought, not to say I didn't want to do it, but get a cheaper interface and then try to learn off of it, and if it's not as good, upgrade. If it's good, it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, well, that interface, the red one, I did research on podcasts, and it was just here is the go-to for it, and so it's okay, I'll go with that, and then work my way up. But this was free.
This was free.
This was free. The thing that we have right now,
tucked in a closet.
Yeah. Oh no, this was sitting on my dad's desktop with his old Mac that he had before he upgraded to a Thunderbolt 3. He did have a Thunderbolt 2, of course. What you see right here on the cord. In your view, it's not on the camera, but in your view, is a Thunderbolt 2, which is a Sapphire Pro 40. I almost said 4D because that 0 right there looks like a D.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as simple as it sounds to set up a podcast, to just hit record and talk, it does take a second, which I sat here most of the time, not gonna lie. Kevin did a lot of the setting up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it reminds me a lot of TV, which, I guess Kevin and I both come from a theater background, and you don't really care about the setup because you have people who do that for you. Although Kevin does deal more towards the backstage stuff of it.
Yeah. I majored in theater design and tech, but what's funny though is that I don't have that much tech background because I focused on more of the design.
Right.
And yeah, because I didn't even go into lighting. I wanted to, but it was just awful. And then I tried, set designing. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Drafting. What the fuck? I don't know why. I just couldn't handle that. And then like the last thing I picked was costumes, and there's three things: lighting, costume,
Sound.
sound is not even a big thing in that. It is those three things right there.
Yeah.
Scenic, lighting, and costumes. Sound is just like 50-50. If you want to, you actually have to go into lighting for that. And no. But the one thing though about being a theater major for the design and tech is that you have to learn all of it too. So I had to take costume design, scenic design, and lighting design. And I just told you that in the order I took it as: costume first, scenic second, line design last. So my senior year, first semester, I had to deal with line design, and of course you need to pass that to get that credit to graduate. I think I passed with an A- though.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, which was just like shocking because I do remember bringing in my first rendering project, and of course when you do lighting renderings, it is a complete black piece of paper. And you know how you like transfer lead onto like a piece of paper? You would like shade the back of the piece of paper, and then you would like take something pointy and trace it, and like all of a sudden, oh, that's how you do it.
It's more drawing shapes in the lead or whatever.
Yeah. So basically, what they would, I don't know how you would get pictures of this. Maybe if it was like a previous production beforehand, because he had pictures, and of course we would trace it. And this was his own work of a photo, and you would just trace the figures, and then you would show your own work on that black piece of paper with coloring pencils. And I remember bringing it in, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. And he was surprised. He was really surprised by me, because I'm not a scenic or lighting person. I'm a costumes. I only care about what the people have on.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, well, this is not bad. And then my second project, I freaking just like just went out. And it took me, I think it was Sunday, because I know the next day was we had to present. Yeah. And I didn't even start it one bit. I was just like, okay, Sunday's just for that. I started at 3, I think, before I got all the rest stuff. And I was in the computer lab till midnight, 9 hours. Come in, and I'm like, okay, here goes nothing. And this is what he said. Well, God damn it, Kevin, these are fucking good. It's like, what? How? But thank you. No. Anything could be better than this one student who literally did it as a coloring book. He was just coloring the figures. There was no like, you had like, white was for the highlights. So like, here's the figure of the head, and like here's like their body. Cause like, and then you have like the other colors would tell you like what colors you want hitting them. And it's amazing. I don't have those. I wish I did. They're still in his office because of COVID. All that project is probably still in his office. I think I got an A. I don't really know.
Watch it comes out and it wins an award. Kevin Nowakowski.
Bravo, everyone.
So that's funny that you said there's like 3 aspects to the, I guess, the environment that theater goes into.
Yeah.
Which, because I was more of a performance-based guy. I would say that there's 3 levels of theater performance if you're going to be a stage, person, rather than be backstage. It goes singing, dancing, acting. Fairly simple, but you have to be good at singing, dancing, acting.
And some people like it's a different like standard too, because I'm guessing probably you are singing, dancing, and acting the way that you just told me there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then some people could also be acting, singing, and just terrible at dancing.
Terrible at dancing.
Or you could be like this one person. If you can think of who I'm thinking of, he was that tall dude. He's good at dancing, acting, and just not good at singing.
There's a lot of people.
Okay.
We're not going to call anybody out the very first cast, but we're just saying if you're a theater regular in the Illinois Valley, you start to have some opinions if you get deep enough. Yeah,
and it's just like to me it's just like I try my best to keep that in because like I don't want to be rude, but it's like I've throughout my whole the only time that I was a chattering boy was community theater. High school, I didn't even give a crap about people around me. It's just like you have that section. You have the precast. Every single show that I was in, which was only 2 in high school, was the same guy being the lead. Same guy. And of course, women, different. It was so different. Well, I know my first show, I already knew who the first girl was going to be for that part. Yeah. Because she was the lead for the women last time. But she didn't start till her junior year, which was my sophomore year. And she got I was totally fine with her getting the lead, though. She was perfect. And then you have, like, someone that you actually know who just keeps getting who just gets dancing ensemble. And you know that she or there, or him, or they, because it's 2021.
Very good.
Very good. Who are definitely outstanding, but it's so precast.
Yeah. I mean, you can spend 10 years in theater, and if you've spent 8 of those years in the dance choir, and, you know, I can see where people get upset about, because it is a limelight type of activity. You know, you have people cheering your name, clapping for you, telling you how good you are. It's a lot of attention if you've had that major spot. And if you're stuck somewhere, like you're always just the major acting role, you're always just the lead dancer, you're always just the supporting cast. It does get to you a little bit, I can see, but I mean, in anything, you can always try a little bit harder, because, you know, talent, as much as you want to, like, give to here or there, is kind of just natural in somebody, but you can work on it. You know, you can always try to get better at your singing and definitely your acting. So again, I say, not that my word is final, I think that it's a 3-tier kind of performance. And if one of your tiers is your strongest, at least improving another one is going to help you out, get you from out of the funk that you're in. But yeah, if you are in a situation where, based on your environment, that's why you keep getting your roles, there's not much you can do there, which kind of course, I loved what I did anywhere throughout this area, but I mean, if you're getting the same thing over and over again, and it's consistently the same kind of people and the same kind of roles over and over again, if it was just a landslide thing, of course that person should be it. You can't really argue.
Yeah.
But it's really easy to look around inside the cast itself and see, well, that person probably should have been there, or that person should have been this person. And then when it finally comes down to it, you have to look at, because of course, like backstage, there's a bunch of parts that need to work. The director needs to be a good director. The cast needs to be a good cast. But then the final word is, are the leads good enough? Not often do you find that leads are bad, but you do find that someone else has done a lot better, and the only thing might be hanging them back is that they don't know the director as well, or they haven't been given the chance yet, even though you know that they have the talent.
Yeah.
And I think I can see trusting somebody. That's why you keep giving them the roles. That's why they keep getting the spot that they're in. But I can also see keeping kind of like a hold on the theater aspect, as in, well, when this person's the director, this person's going out, means this person's getting the lead.
Yeah.
Which means this person's going to do the dance, which means this person's going to do...
That triggers.
When it's a clear domino effect like that, and it happens every single time, it goes to the part of being unfair.
Yeah, it's so fucking unfair.
And it shouldn't be, because theater... is one of the most mixed things you can ever do in your life. I mean, especially through high school, you can have the top cheerleader and also the nerdy girl. Not to class anybody, not to make fun of anybody, but we all know that in society there's tropes, there's groups, there's cliques. You were a jock, or you were a nerd, or you were an emo, or you're this and that, and you know exactly where you fell. All I'm saying is, everybody was in theater at some point. I mean, not everybody in the world, but you could find every single part of a person in a theater situation. The jock, the prep, the geek, this and that. And to close people off from opportunities, especially an opportunity that makes you feel very good about yourself, in a limelight position. People are cheering your name, giving you praise, and maybe you haven't had that throughout your entire life. To rob somebody of that, to me, defeats the entire purpose of theater, and is just completely unfair.
Yeah, it's so unfair. Try my best not to like flip out because that's just such a trigger for me. Because it's
Keep it together.
I know, because like I remember my high school final play was Joseph and
Technicolor.
Thank you. It's like I keep on fucking up that name. It's like, so I just say Joseph. It's Joseph. That's it. I was trying my best so hard to either get Joseph or one of the brothers that have a solo. I got Jacob, who cries over the main character 24/7.
To which, if you don't know anything about Joseph, Jacob didn't have, that much screen time.
No.
Which rightfully you should have, because then in turn of that, you were in spam. It was spam a lot, right? You were...
Yeah, spam. No. It went right after Joseph was Mary Poppins, which
right,
I regret so much.
But in spam a lot, you were that wizard character. What's his name?
Yeah,
again?
I was Tim the Enchanter. And
Tim the Enchanter.
I was also like in, if I could remember how many dance parts there were, I think I was like in, I feel like it was 12 dances, and I was in 11 out of 12. The only one that wasn't in was the cheerleaders.
Yeah. But the wizard part, like I was saying, complete opposite of Joseph. While you might not have been in every single sequence as that character, you captured that time that you had as one of the funniest parts of that whole show.
Mm-hmm.
To which kind of shows you how unfair. And maybe your skills might have improved here and there from Joseph to then, and that could be the credit. But it's also fair to say that it's possible you were kind of held back and not allowed to take that chance.
Well, this was also just director's concept with this, because the director for that show wanted it to be like that. He was just like, instead of saying be below me, I want you to just say blow me. Yeah, I just want you to say that. And yeah, it just depends on the director, because in Mary Poppins, my dad also auditioned for that, and he got in. He had a couple small roles, but me and him got to do this comedy part as the bankers, where George Banks goes in and he's thinking he's like going to get fired because of denying someone's thing.
Yeah.
And so me and my dad, just instead of standing there, we actually did like funny movements, stuff like that. Do like or I was like yes, stuff like that.
You acted, yeah.
We act out, and I remember one night. I don't know if it was opening night or second night. No, it was a Sunday, because I remember our buddy Greg be there.
Yeah.
I remember Greg
Shout
was
out
there.
Greg Tullis.
Yeah, Greg Tullis, great guy. I just had to say Greg because so you understand who was in the audience, and because that's how I remember this day. He was there, and it came to that part, and I know everyone's like, oh, Bert, great, oh, so awesome. Me and my dad come out, the house was dying. With laughter, and like after that happened, what was so bad about this director is that this was her nephew as Bert. She casted her nephew as like Bert. Not even auditioned, just said, I want you. I auditioned. I was the only guy who even auditioned for her play. And like the other two were just too young. I think they were like either 12 or under. So of course you can't have a 12-year-old Bert unless if it was Mary Poppins Jr.
People not in theater are like, who the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah. If you guys don't know what Mary Poppins is, watch it.
If you don't like it, click off the podcast. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. But it's just like, if you haven't seen Mary Poppins, go see it. If you can survive it, congrats. I can't survive it. I can't watch the movie. It's just I don't find it good. My parents do, but my parents were also like born in the 60s.
Hey man, people like different things.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it kind of shows you, if you really want to test yourself as an actor, willingly go for, I mean, not willingly, if a director wants you as a lead, probably take the lead. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, really test yourself the next time you have a ensemble role and you're in a dead silence kind of space. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? You're going to sit there, you're going to stare at the audience? No. Or are you going to be an actor?
Yeah, you should at least like show that there is something going on in this scene. I know.
Peas and carrots.
Yeah.
Peas and carrots. Just saying peas and carrots silently to yourself.
Yeah, but with the Mary Poppins is that when the audience is dying laughing over ensemble. This director hated that so much because my nephew is not getting the attention that I wanted. He should be the funniest character out there. So she cut us off. We can only do yes, oh yes, but we still try to do it funny.
Directors giving notes is a touchy subject if it's not done well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of like my thing with what do you call it? Daniel Day-Lewis does it in Christian Bale, method acting.
Method acting.
If you're a good enough actor, controversially, you should be able to snap right into a role. I get a feel-out process, but to live a role for weeks and weeks and weeks, do the accent, talk like they would, get inside of their mindset, well, how would this person answer, not me? It seems like a little bit of a reach, which, like I'm saying with director's notes.
Sorry.
You're a fuck.
Let me see this real quick.
He pours a glass loud as hell in the middle of this sentence.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm thirsty.
Now I know how every bride feels when she gets her face pushed into the cake. Oh, honey, I love that $1,000 dress. You want to have a sweet moment? I'm sorry.
That actually, no. That would actually be like hilarious, like your best man, or like, what's the bridesmaid? Bridesmaid, just like mid, like just like being emotional stuff. Just like one person just dumps their whole.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Like you know when your dog has to go to the bathroom late at night. And so you drag yourself out there and you just watch that little shit wag his tail and not do anything. That's what you did to me right there with that water pour.
I'm sorry. And I'm crying right now. I'm crying right now because I'm like laughing, but nothing's coming out though. So
like you need to put that in like Key and Peele need to put that in their next comedy sketch. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's stage 3. I'm sorry, the pile up was too much. There's no survivors.
Stop it. My face is turning red. I'm crying up a storm.
My emotions are crying. Cut off my sentence halfway with that water pour.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
What were you saying again?
I was saying that directors have reserved the right to point out things that they want done in their show. But the actors reserve the right to do with it as the actor wants to do. But here's the thing. When it comes to theater with that, where does the director draw the line at letting the actor go? And where does the actor draw the line in taking his own liberties? Because none of them want to say that they were the cause for a bad show.
The director?
Because more often than not, unfairly to the director, it's kind of like a football debate. It's going to fall on the actors. That show was done terribly, but when in reality, it was most likely the blocking that was done. They shouldn't have walked here. They shouldn't have walked there. Why did this person come out to here? It could boil down to why was this person cast at this part and that part. But more often than not, when you hear people review a theater show, it's directed towards the actors. Like you almost hear nothing about a producer. You almost hear nothing about a director.
Well, the producer is only trying to advertise. That's basically their job in a way.
True, but in the movies, like producers get almost all the credit. So I want to give them part of the blame.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't really know much about producing. I wish I did because like
it's important. I know that
the producers I know for like films, they give you money to help make this movie.
They pay for things.
They pay for it. Which like right now, which this is way off topic, the short film that I keep talking to you about that I want to do, and because I want to.
Why don't you explain that? Kevin's been telling me about a short film he's doing. Writing a screenplay.
I already have the screenplay. So what has been going on through my whole life during the pandemic? I had this huge like breakdown, like literally in my bed. I don't know why it just happened. But like it wasn't like devastating. It was just like it's just like a pinch or something.
Something hit.
Yeah, something hit me.
Happens.
Yeah, because everything shut down, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, where am I gonna be in 10 years? And like, am I just gonna be backstage? Because I feel like that do I see myself doing that my whole life? Like I could see doing it maybe like a half, probably a quarter of my life, which is totally fine. But like,
It's always good to do.
it's always good to like know everything in a way. So I started learning a little bit more into acting as well, and I also self-taught myself how to write because I wanted to learn those stuff. So I got this app, which if you don't have an agent, because agents want to know what you've done in the past, and all I've done is basically theater, and like that's okay, but they want to know, can you be behind the camera though too? And it's just like I've been behind my own cameras since 2007 when I was in 4th grade. So I know how to do it, but is that good?
Do you know how to do it on like that level?
Yeah, it's like, do you know how to do it as like Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
or like Johnny Depp style?
Say it with some emotion. Well, not that much emotion.
Yeah, it's just like you give it your all, but they're still like,
You looked away from the camera on that last take. Let's do the whole scene over again.
Yeah, because
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, because I actually did try to audition for an agency until I did more research on it and found out that this agency is a scam. Yeah.
What's the name?
John Constantblaca.
I thought you were going to say Barbazon, which is also a scam.
That's also a scam. Well, no, at first, no, it's like I was just like trying to find places, and this actually Google search actually has this in their recommendation. Like I was like, movie agencies near me. And they have like all these places, and like I think like in the top 10, like this popped up, and I was like, I know most agencies needed like a reel, and I don't have a reel yet, a video reel. If you don't know what a video reel is, it's just like a video a video that has all your stuff in the past, and like so like
a portfolio.
Yeah. It's like a portfolio, but like actually showing that you were in a type of like short film, student film, feature film that probably did not even go on in a movie theater, but it was actually for like a festival, because film festivals actually do more than just a short film thing. You know, you can also have a feature film that you made, got people to produce it, and you want this to be like seen by everyone. So I found this one that was just like, oh yeah, just put your information down, we'll call you. And this person, this lady called me. Her name I think was Helen. I don't know. I can't remember. This was last year, and she's like, "Hi, I would totally love to have an interview with you, and then see what you like." And they actually were looking for people in my age. Everything else was filled up, I guess. And I did my first audition, and I turned to my acting friend Juan. Oh, my friend Juan, and he was just like, this sounds familiar. Give me a second. And he contacts his acting professor, and his actor like send a message back. He didn't say like, I'm going for it. I had this friend, and she was just like, don't do it. My nephew lost $2,000 out of it.
Oh, right, because they want you to pay for your shots. They want you to pay for this and that. You need the money up front.
No, what they do is that you could be you can have the headshot. You can have a resume, which I did not have a resume yet because I was still in the process of trying to figure out how acting resumes go.
How do you get one? First of all,
how do you get one?
Like, that's the thing. Like, it's like when you go into the professional world. Oh, you need 10 years of experience, but like,
basically,
where?
Basically, how acting is right now for people that like have not been in films, have not anything. You create your own content. You create your own skits. You create your own scenes. That's basically, so if you go into business with nothing on your resume, create. And what this place did is that I didn't have anything. I did make my own headshot to send it to them. You could do outstanding. You could have the headshot, you can have the resume, you could be outstanding in your audition, but they grade you A, B, or C. A will take you. You don't need to do this one thing. B, okay, we need you to probably do this. C, we don't want you.
Yeah.
I got B. The thing that they want you to do is to take their 6-month acting course, which is about almost $2,500.
How much do you want to bet everybody gets B? You just need to...
You
just need to tweak a little bit of this.
Yes, everyone... I believe everyone got B. And she was just like, I would totally love for you to have a second audition. And I did a second audition just because I seriously was in a pickle. I didn't know what to do because like I did not have the money I have right now.
Right.
That I have back then. I was probably barely 1,500 on me. I didn't have that money, but I was just like, and she was literally. I was literally in a video call. I'm like, my gut says yes, do it, but I just don't know because of that money. And she was just like, okay, how about this? If you have the money and if you have a decision in July, contact me. And after that, never contacted her. I was like, no, because that was in April. And she said, if you have it in like July, and she sent me maybe like 2 or 3 emails. And there's this one email that was like, you can be in these classes for like free, but it won't count as your 6 months. So you can get like some experience. And when July came, I even said, I was like, we'll find out when July comes if I had the money. And I had the money. I had $5,000 on me, and I did not do anything. You know what I did? I got a new car. I got a new car.
Kevin for the win.
Yeah, I got a new car. I which I'm still paying right now. But
It's a nice car.
Yeah, but that happened, and I found so how I got to this short film, because I'm just getting way off topic here. But it's like how I got to that short film is that I downloaded this app called Backstage, which is.
Was that the original question about your short film?
Yes.
He's gonna be like you're gonna be the anchor because I don't retain anything.
Yes,
I don't even remember the question.
Yeah. You wanted me to describe this, so I'm going all the way back to when quarantine hit,
right.
When COVID hit, and so like I wanted to expand me out. This is just because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my career. I know I went into costumes, but it's like I want to see myself on a movie poster outside of a movie theater, like so I'd be like, that was me, or like see my name on the thing. I directed that. I wrote that. I just want to walk by one movie theater, and if they have my poster, I'll be like, I did something for that. I want to do something for that. Like I don't think people in theater and in Broadway and stuff get noticed a lot though too.
No, if you happen to have accolades on Broadway where like the common person knows you, it's because you're a celebrity. Neil Patrick Harris, that type of thing. The common person knows him, and oh yeah, he does theater too. But do you really know him because he does theater? Or do you know him because he's Doogie Howser? And it's a little bit. This is really unfair that the people who make a living singing some of the most hard-written songs ever live 7 to 8 nights a week, no one knows who these great performers are compared to people like Nicki Minaj. And to me, that's insane that we prefer to go the glitz and glamour over the actual raw talent. Because if you're telling me musical theater people aren't the most talented in the performance area, you're wrong. These people not only have to do this, have to memorize for everything for one night. You don't get, 2 lines, cut, let's do the next scene. And I get it, things like live TV, that's really challenging. But then you got to go do it, at 2:00, and then 7:30, and then tomorrow at 6, and then the next day at 7. And to be able to sing, dance, act, and retain all of that, there's no way in hell that they're not the most skilled people in performance.
I feel like that they say that they're the best because they also like do 10 to 10 days. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day.
Absolutely.
Too. So it's like back and forth. You really don't know, like, is theater better than film? Is film better than theater? It's really, you're like in the middle because
they're all hard.
They're all hard. Yeah, they're all hard. We're not giving hate here. We're just
exactly.
we're just in the middle here, like trying to debate, like
a little bit biased because we both did that. Well, you're a little bit more movie going now than me, but a little bit biased because we are theater people.
Well, I still would love to be doing theater. It is fun, but it's just like you get the one thing that I learned in going into theater is that like you will get so much shit like not even thrown at you but like talked about about you.
Yeah.
Like I had a professor who literally did not think I had the motivation to create this samurai outfit out of foam. like I had maybe like 6 months to do it, and I still did it to prove her wrong. But she straight up said to me, "I don't think you have the motivation. I don't think you are prepared for this. I don't think you can do it." It's like what the heck? But yeah, so it's really like in the middle. It's tough either way. I know that. But so I downloaded Backstage to just try to get more on my resume, because my plan was that I have so much theater stuff. I even added the student films that I did in my directing 2 class before I got this, just so I have like 3. I have 3 student films. Maybe I can try to get 3 more films in and try applying myself. I haven't got a single one. I've done 6 auditions, and they all have chosen. I know that I had like a couple where it was between me and the other person. They choose the other person. The closest I've got was a callback, and I thought I did okay, but it's really hard when you're auditioning for movies, because you have the director, the producer, and I think someone else in there. I think it was probably no, he wrote it. The director wrote it, but there was another person in this callback, and they all had serious faces, and it's like, am I doing like? I know that you're not trying to pick favorites, but it's like, could you at least like smile a bit or like show something? Because I'm just like,
those elite type of people, they are hard as hell, though.
At least I didn't get like the like finger snap, like thank you.
Next.
No. They let me do it, and I was like, I wanted my approach to his best friend in this the callback I did. My approach was like laid back, chill, funny guy, like almost every freaking best friend you see in a movie. And I thought I did good, but it's all right. But I didn't get it. And that movie would have been finished New Year's Day. Oh. The film, and then they would have edited, and then I would have got it. So close, really close. That's the closest I've got. But I came across this film festival in Baltimore that is like helping people who want to be filmmakers to get out there and stuff. And then I just started, and then I sent this to my actor friend Juan, and I was like, hey, you want to like do a short film together? Because it can go on your resume, it can go on my resume that we did something. It's like, sure, is that even a question? And during that, I was actually I was already in the midst of typing out a screenplay that I started learning about screenplay last August, and then in October, I finally started typing my screenplay. And while this happened like recently, because I was just thinking like, why do I need to type like a 20-minute, like close to a 20-minute short film when I have when I just typed a 142-page long screenplay? Let me just find something there, and I like have the equipment, and we just need to figure out how to keep this going. And so like that's how my short film is starting right now for this. I found like probably 4 Illinois film festivals that I'm going to try to submit to and see what happens there. So that's how my film project's going right now.
Film is something special. Like it takes a lot to do film, especially if you're an actor, but there's so many people involved with film. I mean, you have the director. How much liberty does he take? How much does he give the actor? You have the actors.
Well,
you have the editors and your lighting. You have the music. Like, if anyone says music isn't important inside of like theater, or not theater, media, like as in movies, John Williams. I mean, Star Wars.
Oh my God!
Like
don't get me started. Oh, love him. I love him.
I mean, literally, he did Jaws too, didn't he?
Oh, he did Jaws. He did Indiana Jones. He did. What else did he do? Oh, he did E.T. E.T. Yeah. What I remember watching the AFI, which is like the American Film something, whatever this thing is. It's like a major award because you've been in this industry for like a while, and they showed the clip of E.T. And the kid flying in like the bike.
Yeah.
Here's the clip without the music, and it was so boring. It was so bad.
Oh,
and then it's like, and now here is the great John Williams, and it's like, whoa, what a game changer there.
Music's more important than people think. Like in your day-to-day life, think of how many times music starts playing, Now take that away.
Yeah, I just want to know because I know they mentioned. I know Steven Spielberg, is that his name? Spielberg. Sorry. Anyway,
Sound like a pro wrestler, Steven Spielberg.
But anyway, he came up there and he's just like, I know he mentioned that like this man right here, like he will watch that clip, like hundreds, thousands, even like maybe like a million times, and it's just like for like so he can get a song out of it. He'll watch like 1 second and be like, okay, we could probably add like this. Okay, let's go to like a minute. Like, what can we do to like fill in this blank? And it's just outstanding on like how he does it.
Well, I mean, that's how every great person does it in anything. I mean, LeBron James probably looked at his games and thinks, man, my foot was off on this point. I should keep my elbow in on that shot. I should, when I'm going in for my layup. I mean, anybody does it. Lineman in football. You know, I should put my hands here, not here.
Lineman. Oh, that was a fun time for me.
Linemen get beat the fuck up.
They
get paid, though, in the NFL.
To get concussions.
To
risk their fucking heads and get concussion.
I mean, the entire NFL.
I feel like maybe I still have one. I don't know. I was a defensive and offense lineman for my freshman year.
CTE is a real thing, so.
Yeah. I didn't even trust the trainers my high school had. I only trust the student trainer. And what was she only good for? Hey, could you put more air in my helmet? It just deflated after taking that big hit.
Yeah. I mean, people who've never played football, if you didn't have that ringing in your ears, like for a couple days, you can't look at bright lights. You know, your parents are trying to keep you up from going to bed. I mean, it's just too hard. I can't believe people do it until, well, I mean, I guess we can say I can't believe a motherfucker's doing it until he's 45.
Yeah, it's also interesting too how they're dedicated though to being a pro sports, a pro athlete. I almost said some like weird word, but pro athlete, because after your game, you won't leave the stadium till like maybe like if you had a night game. I remember they were describing some athlete was describing this. It's like what's a night game like? Okay, well,
it's like 7:30.
7:30. You'll be done maybe like at 10:30,
11,
11:30,
yeah.
whatever time. They're like probably the best games to do night games at is California, because it's still sunny out, because they start the games at like 5 because it works out where everyone's
like
living.
A 7:30 New York game.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
No, that's bad. But it's like you would do all your stuff, get your equipment, go to the trainer, see how you're doing, get on the bus, and you wait on the bus, because you have those star athletes that have interviews. They got interviews. I know there are some people that have like interviews for papers or radio, whatever they got to do. You probably will not leave that place till like almost close to 1 a.m. Get on the flight, probably have a 2-hour flight. You get home, you go to bed, wake up, practice 7 a.m.
Yeah, it's crazy life. I'm glad I don't do it. I'm glad I was not made to be a pro football player.
No,
what the fuck am I talking about?
I remember just being a little kid like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And next thing I know, I totally just take a turn.
Well, I mean, not only that, how many of us are in your general vicinity? How many people have you known personally that could have been a pro football player? Maybe 3 in the thousands. And I can't, this is a far-fetched idea, but you've probably met 3 people who could realistically be a NFL player.
There is so many high school athletes who like walk tall because I'm the star of a football team. Where are they at now? Where are they at?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Frat parties, thinking that they're still young.
Yeah, people want to live while they're young, and then they don't think about stuff like that.
I'm not giving hate, but it's just like I've been through a lot when I was in sports. Like I was always picked last for stuff because just of how I was, but I at least like gave the 110%. But still, it's just like, yeah, you're terrible. Like, while you throw pick 6 almost every play, yeah, shut up, quarterback.
Kevin, did you want to be the quarterback?
No, I actually wanted to be a tight end so bad.
You're not 6'7" though.
Neither was the high school people. Oh, he's skinny. He can run fast. Yeah, but what was his catch percentage? Nothing. You want to know? You want to know what I ended my season at? 100%. One ball was thrown to me and I caught it. Next thing I know, it is first and goal. We were like at the 30-yard line and I ran it past the 10-yard line. How I got tackled? A guy literally dove at my legs and I was like, oh.
You're giving me like Uncle Rico vibes. Be like, man, if they would have put me in fourth quarter, I'd have gone pro.
I don't care if I give Uncle Rico lights.
I'd be in a house somewhere with millions of dollars with my soulmate.
No, it is so true.
How much you want to bet I can throw a football over them mountains?
It's so true. You know what? I don't give a fuck if I get hate for being Uncle Rico. I know that
You're
I
gonna
can
throw
do
a football over some mountains.
How high are the
He's
mountains?
like, he's like, watch me.
How high are the mountains?
I mean, I'll look at that mountain.
Look at me, Marco.
That's the best.
Marco, look at me. How high are those mountains?
I will give you like 3 sandbags high, and we'll see how far you can get it.
How big are sandbags?
Not that big.
I can throw it over sandbags. I just have to do this. You son of a bitch. Yeah, but I like where I'm going though right now. If it wasn't for those coaches saying you're terrible, get off my team, I would probably still be. What's gonna amaze you is that my first thing I wanted to study was physical education. I wanted to be a PE teacher, just because PE is an easy class though.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be.
It
should be an elective though. I don't believe that it should be required. Bella, I was talking to my girlfriend about this. Bella, you know Bella. Don't you know Bella?
Who's Bella? Who's Bella?
Yeah, who's Bella?
Who's Bella? Who's Bella? Wait, time out. Is it that one girl on that treadmill that I'm like, that looks a lot like
girl that's on the treadmill every time I go to the gym.
Every time you go there, is she stalking you?
She's the one who said physical education should not be required, and I kind of agree with that because
I also because like I know because me and her went to the same high school. Choir and band were like an elective,
yeah,
an elective, but it's still like if you took this class, it will count as a foreign language for you somehow.
It counted as a physical education thing too, didn't it? Didn't you get to skip?
I don't know about band. I stopped band after
I think they got some kind of pass. I think she told me about that.
But because you were marching band. Because it was marching band. Because
it was technically an activity, like a sports activity.
Yeah, you didn't have to take PE because you were in marching band. Oh my god, the funniest joke. This is gonna be funny if she ever watches this. Ever go up to a person that was in marching band and say marching band doesn't march, they walk?
Oh, bro, you're about to start a race war on that one.
I know. I only did this. There was this guy. His name was James Galletti. Got so fucking pissed. It was so hilarious. He knew I was joking, but it was just hilarious.
Right. Like, I gotta give them respect because I can play an instrument standing up.
No, I can. No. To me, in a parade, yes, that is marching. Yeah. That is marching. You have to show that you are meant to be there.
But you never took a look off of the sideline and maybe look in the stands when they're doing the marching band stuff. It's so coordinated. It's so precise.
They didn't really do. I know that they just played, but I don't know if they did like what you see in college.
They went to competitions and shit.
No, I know they went to competitions. No, I'm saying like in the stands. You see college games and they're standing and they're going like back and forth swaying like.
Oh, that's the band. You can't give you.
I've never seen that though in my high school one.
Yes. Maybe not when you played, but when I went back, because Bella is a little bit younger than me, when I went back and saw the games, they were in the stands playing John Cena's entrance music.
Oh, yes. No, I loved the best thing.
But let me guess, that wasn't good enough for Keverino.
No.
You're lucky you had a band to play at your football games. Tell you that much.
I am surprised though, because I came from a middle school that was like my graduation class was 50, and of course band was not a big thing there. But like they pushed it though somehow. They got something out of their ass to keep this going. And then I went to a high school that had my graduating class I think was 350. But anyway, so like it's totally different. I don't know much. I'm gonna say like I know like the basics, but I don't know much though about marching band because there could be major stuff. We never did competitions in middle school. Our competition was going to parades, and what was really interesting is that even though that this middle school did not care for marching band, we at least pulled first place trophies out of our ass somehow.
Well, like the way I describe any sport is, does it take a skill? Yeah. Can you do it? No.
We'll take you. We'll take you.
Well, it sounds like a sport to me.
I didn't know how to play a fucking trombone.
Not only do you not know how to play a trombone,
I still have
learn how to play this trombone not only well, but
sexy.
precise. Like, no, you have to know how to play the fucking trombone note for note while looking straight up, sidestepping, and doing a turn while like other people have flutes and drums around
I gotta
you.
give them credit though. Fucking those, remembering your steps on that football field.
Oh my, exactly.
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
And then when you see like the professionals do it, and they do like they made like a form of Michael Jackson, and then they made him do the moonwalk.
Ohio State's marching band is fucking crazy.
That was insane. That's to me, it's definitely a sport.
Yeah, I wonder.
Maybe hard hobby if you want to be an asshole about it, but I think it's a sport.
It can. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let
bowling is a sport. Yes, bowling is a sport. Damn it.
Well, yeah, because I think to me, did you get a trophy? Did you get a trophy about this big? Yes. Yeah, sport.
I mean, you can get.
I feel like it's a sport. No. It's got to be a nice, good sized trophy.
You can get a trophy for anything, though.
If you get a trophy for student a month is so small, it doesn't count. You need a big trophy, and I seen my high school trophies for marching band in there when I went in there a couple times. There's some decent ass trophies. So
yeah, I mean, in Illinois, it seems to be more.
You ever seen those like trophies for fucking motocross? They're fucking huge.
Oh man, those guys got money.
It's
all monster money.
It's like 5 feet tall. It's like a person, and yet they grab it and they're doing one hand. It's like it's like whoa.
I think in Illinois, I mean, as far as I can see, the people care about their medals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone who's won state like with a ring. You ever notice that? Like, it seemed to be a culture like years ago that the state football champs, they wore their ring, they wore their like state ring.
I have my class ring. I don't know if that counts.
No, but I mean, like, a state championship ring. That's the thing. You get a ring. I mean, I don't remember anybody getting a ring. I think they got medals here, and then the school gets a plaque.
I got a plaque. You want to? You know that plaque?
I've seen your plaque.
You know that plaque that you?
IMEA.
Yeah, you know that plaque.
They can go to hell. Okay.
You know that plaque? You freaking flipped
my guff with music theory, especially when it comes to singers, because instruments are different. Tell me how you want it sang. Let me hear how it's supposed to be sang, and I will do that exactly right. I don't care about how many triads are in it. I don't care if I know the chorus in bass clef and in treble clef. I don't care. How does it sound? Okay, it sounds like that. I'm going to do that.
I didn't mean that. I didn't want you to go like this. Oh,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Go,
That's the exact. It's that simple though. How does it sound? Yeah, but do you know the triads in that second part? No, and I shouldn't need to.
Do you know the history behind that? It was a 15th century.
That's the liberty that I take as a singer. I don't need to know why. I need to know how. And the theory behind that which clef is it in, how many triads, I don't know why I keep going back to triads. There's so much more to music, but that's all I care. That's the only thing I stick on right now.
You're talking to a guy who's drawing the blank sometimes too with some of the things that you're saying, but that's okay.
Well, like I'm saying, like when you went to IMEA, you had to do warm-ups. You had to know your part of the song, which I get it. You have to know if you're a tenor too. You have to know the tenor too.
When you go to like the district thing, they don't care if you're reading your music or not off of it, which is...
No, but to get to state, that's what counts. Which, again, is stupid, because humans are very similar to parrots in terms of vocals. If you can sing, mimic, repeat. It's not that hard. If you can carry a tune, if you know like how to use your voice, just repeat what you hear. And it's not that hard. And then once you get it down right, add a little flair on it, make it your own. There. You mastered singing in a choir. But no, You have to know your warm-ups. You have to know the theory behind it. You have to know the sight reading.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. There's places to know sight reading. It could help you tremendously. But in the end, does the audience really give a flying fuck? It doesn't even matter. No, the audience doesn't care that you knew the warm-ups and you knew your part on sight reading. They care about how you sounded. And I'll give you as far as like, he sounded a little bit breathy. Sounded like he'd take a few less breaths. Okay. That's a really technical thing for an audience member to note, which happens. Didn't sound like you knew your sight reading on that. No fucking audience member is telling you that.
No.
Be like, hey, did you know that song back? They're going to be like, hey, you could have sounded better on that one. Oh, yeah, really, I could have. You know what you probably should have done? Listen to it 1,000 times and then make sure you sounded like that.
Mm-hmm. True. Definitely true.
Music's not that hard. I mean, that's a really hard thing to say.
It's a very...
It's easy for me to say, like, well, because I play guitar too. If I can play guitar, like you can play guitar. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. It's not hard to play guitar. Anybody can play guitar.
It's kind of hard for me because I don't really know. It's really... How do you...
First, you just don't know the shapes.
Well, no, the question though too... Well, no, I know like some notes, but like the thing that I have though is when you go from one note to another, like I feel, because you know when they do that, it sounds like that sounds perfect, but when you do it first, like,
oh, definitely.
How the heck do you make it stay sound like it's echoing still so you can switch?
That's just all muscle memory. But like I'm saying, you don't... Guitar playing is all shapes. To me, it's all shapes. You can learn which every note, what every note is as soon as you press down on the fret. But if you know a G shape is this kind of shape, cool. Then a D is that shape, cool. You do that 100 times, great. You know a G and a D. Now do it 3 times and then go back and forth. You wrote a song. Great job. It wasn't that hard.
I feel like everyone knows what a G and a D is.
Oh, God. Now, granted, that's on a low level. I am a very low-level musician. So, I mean, when you get, like, Jimi Hendrix, oh, yeah, no. That takes the actual skill. I mean,
you're still doing shows and stuff, and you're making like a little money, but it's still nice though.
It's more of a fun thing. Mm-hmm. Kind of like this. Like, although if like Hy-Vee wants to sponsor you,
I'll bleep.
Don't show the label.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out. We're not sponsored. I don't even think the president of Hy-Vee would even want to.
Hy-Vee's a Midwest thing. It's not an international thing, is it?
No, it's Midwest.
I thought
it started. It started in Iowa.
If you don't know, Hy-Vee apparently is a Midwest super grocery store.
That's in my view of it. Yes, it's probably Midwest. But I'm also though thinking too because of Wahlberg's restaurant is like also like now a part of Hy-Vee.
Well,
so I'm kind of like trying to think though too because I thought it was a Midwest, but then when Mark Wahlberg and his brothers come in all of a sudden saying, "Hey, we got this restaurant,"
because I remember when I used to work there, and you go upstairs in the break room, and they had a map of all the Hy-Vees.
They don't have that anymore.
Oh well, when they did have that, there was nothing outside of like Iowa.
No, Iowa, Illinois, probably some in Ohio, maybe in Nebraska.
Yeah, maybe a little bit north of there. And
I don't believe Wisconsin has any.
I don't think so either.
It's
it was
Wisconsin.
Like Iowa, us, and maybe 2 other people.
I feel like Wisconsin's more Kroger's.
Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly. They're everywhere up there.
I feel like also Minnesota is also like have like a supermarket that's like called Twins, like the Minnesota Twins. I feel like that there might be something like that.
Minnesota's where Mall of America is, right?
I don't know.
We gotta go there.
There's a lot of things. Do when we have days off, when I have a day off, and like of course you work like 6 days a week, which Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But like also too though, if you ever became a superstar and something like that, you're gonna do the same thing too. So you're actually preparing yourself in case that actually happens. But
well, you're on the way to possibly selling a movie. So
this
all I do is play to a bunch of drunk people.
I got thinking of just saying, yeah, let's do this. I have been brainstorming a lot recently, just like how I want this. I can't, and like I just keep thinking good things about this. But that's a problem that I don't like though, is that I don't want to think good. I don't want to think good. I want to go. I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I want to go into this into this project. There it goes. Like, can't think of anything. Into this project, knowing that it's gonna fail. Because I don't want to go in there and be like, this can be outstanding. I'm gonna win awards. I'm gonna win 5 awards. I don't want that. I don't want to say that. I want to say it's gonna be terrible. I want to say that this is the worst thing ever. This made me vomit at 12:30 at night. Something like that. Because I want to know what the people think. I want to know what they think first.
Yeah. That's scary because that's a completely public driven thing too. It's like, don't worry about what other people think. You have to.
You kind of have to
about
if
what other people think.
If you want that clout, you gotta
have to.
You gotta have to. To me though, is like I want to start by like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be awful. But then when you start like editing it and you start like maybe halfway through, you're like, it's not bad. At the end, if you freaking watch it, you say it's good, and then all of a sudden your cast, your production people say, nice. Yeah. Nice. And it's like, okay, we're probably somewhere. We are somewhere right now. But it's just like, do not go into this thinking that you're going to get it. Do not go into this thing thinking that it's the best thing ever. Because there are a lot of people out there who probably could do better, but you got to show them that you are here and you are ready.
Well, that in itself, the people who always have something to tell you about whatever it is you're doing that have never done 1 minute of whatever it is that you're doing, and somehow they get it in their head that they know more than even if you've been doing something for 2 weeks, say screenwriting, and then I've never done anything sort of screenwriting. I come in and give you suggestions.
Technically, people have done screenwriting before. It's AKA English class or writing class, whatever it is.
Okay, what American who actually graduated high school is just going out writing screenplays?
Well, I mean, it's actually it's called creative writing. It's called creative writing in high school, but like
no one does that.
Yeah, no one knows. I haven't met anyone that has like done writing. I know like people like, I'm gonna be an English teacher. It's like, good luck.
The most people do is if they write it in a diary, and who the hell has a diary? You know what people's diary is now? Facebook,
so true.
Twitter.
So true. Twitter's a big thing.
Your tweeter.
That's a big thing too, because like when you become a celebrity, like of course people want to be on social, want to follow you, want to know what you're doing, but it's like I also don't want to be like that. You know, it's like I'm okay like, oh, hey, look, picture, share it. There you go. That's my life right now. Yeah. Look at this beautiful picture. It's nice.
Which it's easy to say, you like, oh, I wouldn't be that type of celebrity. Like, not everybody can be Dave Chappelle and walk away from $50 million and then just be a free bird. Mm-hmm. It'd be hard to say, like, no to $50, $100, $200 million. I mean, maybe not all conspiracy like sell your soul, but essentially give us your soul. We'll give you $200 million, and you're a kid from Nebraska or Idaho or Jesus Christ, Illinois, and not Chicago, and not fucking Chicago, the real Illinois.
What's a real Illinois?
Corn.
Oh.
And corn. And beans, meth head, and corn.
So my house. Because there's corn there. There's beans over here.
If we literally like just point it right out the window there, Kevin lives on a farm surrounded by corn.
Well, this house was here way before whatever you see over here with the buildings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's out. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I could walk away from $50 million right now.
But the problem was, though, is that it wasn't his show anymore, though. So that's the problem. It wasn't his show.
Now, granted, you can think about whatever you want of Dave Chappelle and the content he put on his show. I get it. They wanted him to stop using the F derogatory term, but they were okay with the N-word derogatory term.
Because he was called. It's like, oh, yeah.
Like,
it's funny, but it's funny.
But you can't do it to these people. You gotta make fun of everybody. And he did it so well.
Yeah.
Okay, like, I give this example. I've been watching the Chappelle Show again. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. 2 seasons of mastery. And there's a part in there.
I haven't seen it once, so I'm sorry.
You gotta get on it. It's on Netflix right now.
No, it's not. It's gone.
I watched it last night.
Really? I thought Dave Chappelle demanded for that to be out, and it was out.
No.
Really?
It's on Chappelle. Chappelle
There was
show
there was
on.
like a whole news about it because like
Oh yeah.
there was some. It's still on there, really.
I watched it last night.
I thought they took it down.
Well, but anyway, there's a part in there.
Unless are you in a different country for the Netflix?
Ooh, I might have to check my settings.
Yeah, because I know Netflix sometimes will like be like, "Yo, check this movie out," but then it's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not from United Kingdom though.
But there's a part in there where he's doing that. You've heard of the crackhead Tyrone? Yeah, okay, like I want some crack. There's a part in there where he's addressing. You remember when people would come into your class as a third grader and be like, "This is Fire Marshal Steve. Oh, hello, kids. We're going to teach you about fire safety." They do that with a crackhead, and already that's an amazing idea. So he looks at all these kids and he's like, "Hello, little boys and little girls." And then they go on. That's how you do it. That's how you make those jokes. And anybody who's going to sit there and be like, "That's horrible. I got to report this to Comedy Central." Shut the fuck up. Okay? Like, I've been having this rant recently to anybody who will listen to me about if you come across something on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
You just said Twitter.
In your tweeter, that's right. Anything that makes you go, "Oh, well, that's not right." Click. Turn it off. You know why? Because this is America. No one's forcing you to look at it. And if you stop looking at it, it'll go away.
Yeah.
It's that easy to stop being offended by something. Like, I get things like, oh, fuck it, we're just going to go for names. Kevin Spacey. Like, probably...
It's like,
probably give him
it's like, wait, my name's Kevin.
give him the boot, you know? Probably not come back anytime soon. Bill Cosby, that type of thing. Leave Eminem alone. Because first off, if you weren't offended by "I'm tired of the bed and set the house on fire" in 2010, and now that you're an adult with a comprehension and I know it's bad, no one cared about that song since 2010. It was gone.
Yeah.
And you brought it up.
Yeah, and like also I just feel like just like what has recently happened in like society, like it's just like people are like, but we have opinions and stuff and like our voices matter, but it's like it's kind of hard though. And like because beforehand, you know, it was so hard for like our voices.
Yeah.
But it's just like now it's like people, that's just like their getaway now. It's like, oh, I stubbed my toe. I have stuff like that.
And opinions, I don't think people needed to say it, but I guess they need to hear it now, is that opinions need to stay to yourself.
Yeah,
If something is causing you, and it's not even causing them physical harm, it's causing them, I think it's more of social discomfort. Say someone who is very religious, and you have every right to be religious. Your father's a pastor, and I fucking love that guy.
part-time pastor now.
And he's an amazing man.
Oh yeah, he is always
But
an amazing man.
if you see, you know, a same-sex couple together, and your thing is to berate them in public because that's against God, first off, you have some wrong teachings. If the thing that you are following to your death tells you to X people out of your life because of this and that doesn't hurt you at all physically, and it doesn't hurt you at all, there's a problem. You need to address that problem. You are the problem.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Kevin's a problem.
Oh, terrible.
But no, if something causes somebody happiness and it's not hurting anybody, literally not hurting anybody, there's no point to voice an opinion on it. And I get people's Dave Chappelle thing. Well, like, he's reaching out to millions of kids. Why is your kid watching a Dave Chappelle special?
I mean, I watch a lot of specials too.
Yeah, it's like, well, my kid's 13. I'm pretty sure it says TVMA.
Well, technically,
Rated R.
Technically, though, too, when I was 13, I was playing rated M games, so too.
When we were teenagers, we played that level of Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my god!
And
yeah,
guess
no
what?
Russian.
Nothing happened to us.
Yeah, I'm still okay.
Nothing. I never had any psycho thoughts.
Oh jeez.
Nobody did. Okay, that's a stretch. Granted, one person in the history since that game came out probably said, "Yeah, that Modern Warfare 2 level caused me to commit this." And I'm not trying to make fun of like catastrophes like that, but come on. And I get the fact is like, oh, it turns out you didn't need to shoot anybody at all during that level. Well, if you played the fucking game, it didn't tell us that we didn't need to. But you know what it did tell us? That if you don't kill the cops, they're going to kill you, though. You don't pass the level.
Yeah.
This is a video game.
But the question I have, though, wait, were there cops?
There were people shooting at you.
There were? I can't remember. It's been such a while ago, but I'm probably gonna go with what you're saying, that yeah.
Possibly there weren't cops. Again, years ago since I played that campaign. Incredible campaign.
Yeah.
But there's no reason for you as a loving mother in suburbia, a pleasant farmer in Hicksville, a businessman in fucking Silicon Valley, for you to go out and try to flag something, report it, cancel it, try to take it down. If you don't like something, you live in America, turn it off.
Yeah. My dog needs to go outside.
Where are we at now? We are at over an hour.
Right there it says an hour and 10 minutes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. It's amazing. If you look at my camera right now over there, it says an hour 10. I don't know what it says over there. I hope it's still kept recording.
If that thing's supposed to have a red, it doesn't have a red. It hasn't had a red. Like, because there's a blinking on this one.
Well, I'm also seeing myself. I forgot to turn you over.
Oh, that's fine. The world doesn't need it. Well, are you satisfied with that?
I'm satisfied. I know we kind of cut off, but it's like...
No, again, we did this solely based on the fact is we hang out almost every day, if not every day.
Almost every day now, because how we started hanging out again, I said, you still go to the gym? Yeah. But it's at 8 in the morning, and I actually wanted to, like, I was tired of just doing my bike, so I'm like, okay,
yeah,
see you 8 a.m. on Friday. You didn't show up.
I did, yeah, I didn't.
You didn't show up, but
show up now,
yeah.
Unless plans have changed, yeah. But we hang out almost every day, and every time we do, we usually go for a car ride, go out to eat, or even if we're sitting at the gym and we have great conversation.
Yeah, and what's funny though is that with like all the chats that we have, like, man, this would be better if we had a mic in our face.
To which you said, yeah, like it'd be cool if we had a podcast, and I felt like I always wanted to do that.
I've always wanted to try it, but like the problem is though too is that trying to find a place that will like let me upload this, because also my internet here right now is not good.
And it wasn't even like a cloud thing. It was just like there's no reason for us to not talk like we do, but hit record.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not trying to persuade anybody. We're not trying to rope anybody into listening. We literally just decided to press record during any other normal day-to-day conversation. And it worked out well. Granted, we kind of didn't bounce around like we normally do, but kind of stuck to some. But I liked it.
Yeah, I like it too. All right. I have to go.
All right. Kevin's got to go. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to the MK Ultra podcast. Again, my name is Marco.
I'm Kevin.
Thank you again. We'll see you next time.